It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Monday, the 13th of November. I'm Michael Groff. Despite the fact that we'll have plenty of clouds around, temperatures will remain above average and conditions to stay dry, as in rain-free through at least the next 7 days. We'll also get you a sneak peek at the Thanksgiving forecast. So let's get out there and discuss this morning. 86 degrees was the high in the valley yesterday, and now we are officially 2 inches behind where we should be on our rainfall for the year. Outside right now here at 5:15 a.m., we've got mostly cloudy skies in the valley. 66 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 37, humidity 35%. The winds are light and the barometer is rising. Temperatures out there this morning range from the upper 50s in the cool spots to the mid and upper 60s here in central Phoenix, the urban core. The water vapor satellite view, I promise, we're showing you different maps every day. This just looks exactly the same as what we've had for the last 2 weeks. Ridging to the south, nosing its way into the southwest states, troughing over the northern tier states, and that means we're under west-southwest flow, and periods of mid and high-level clouds move through here from time to time. The watch warning map, no real high-impact events at this point, some wind across the Pacific Northwest and some winter weather advisories there, and some dense fog, parts of Montana, North Dakota, much of the Corn Belt, and in the southeast United States. That's the big weather problem across the nation this morning. On the convective outlook, a marginal risk of severe weather in extreme southwest Washington and northwestern Oregon today. Otherwise, most of the country is in stable air and conditions are pretty quiet. Speaking of quiet, rainfall around here for the next 7 days. How about absolutely nothing? We'd love to see some. And much of the state is well behind. The drought is becoming a little bit more intense, especially here in southern Arizona, but no relief from that anytime soon. And we'll talk about why that is as we go to the models right now. Here's the GFS. It's the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time today. The upper look. This is 18,000 feet up in the atmosphere. Big trough coming toward the Pacific Northwest, ridging here in the southwest, trying to build northward. And that means for us today down at the surface, partly sunny skies. We'll have quite a few mid and high-level clouds around, just like we've had for the last week or so. But despite that, it'll still be warm. Highs mid and upper 80s today. If we didn't have the clouds, we'd likely be in the low 90s and approaching record highs. Tonight, mostly cloudy, lows in the mid-50s to mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly sunny again, highs in the mid to upper 80s. We'll probably trim a degree or two off of the highs for tomorrow. Wednesday, a little bit more cooling as the heights come down just a little bit further, troughing, and little short waves continue to pass by well to the north of Arizona. Highs low to mid-80s. Low 80s on Thursday as another trough passes us by, and that means some slightly cooler air comes in here for Friday. Partly sunny skies again. Highs in the mid to upper 70s. We may stay under the 80-degree mark, though I still believe we'll probably be at least a couple of degrees above average. Saturday, back to the low 80s with partly sunny skies, and same thing on Sunday. Low 80s, partly sunny as deep troughing continues well off the west coast. And with deep westerly flow here, that's just going to import some high-level Pacific moisture across the southwest. We see a continuation of that as we go to a week from today. This is Monday, the 20th of November, a zonal flow. And again, highs low, possibly mid-80s in the warmest desert spots. Here's Tuesday, the 21st, ridging starting to build along the west coast. And that's just going to translate to more dry weather, probably less clouds, mostly sunny skies around here. And highs, again, low to maybe even mid-80s. And then this is the end of the 10-day forecast period. Wednesday, the 22nd of November. This is the busiest travel day of the year. And let's show you some of the weather around the nation. First of all, look at that trough digging into the central plains and headed for the east coast. A big cold front extends from the Gulf Coast on northward. Quite a winter storm wrapping up in the Great Lakes. Snow for places like Chicago, Milwaukee, Des Moines on Wednesday. Again, the busiest travel day of the year. It's going to be kind of a nightmare in those places. But around here, and for much of the western United States, pretty nice weather. And let's go just beyond the end of the forecast period here out to Thanksgiving Day. This is Thursday, the 23rd of November. A very high amplitude pattern if this verifies. Look at that ridge out here in the west and extending into western and central Canada. Meanwhile, a very deep, cold upper trough in the eastern part of the country. The Great Lakes extending all the way down to the Gulf Coast and the East Coast. Likely to see a winter storm in sections of the Great Lakes in the northeast. Meanwhile, rain for parts of the southeast U.S. as a very strong cold front goes through, and well below average temperatures for places like New Orleans, Tupelo, Jackson, Mississippi, Birmingham, Nashville, Indianapolis, and look at all that snow flying in the Great Lakes. And again, heading into the Northeast, a very cold Thanksgiving Day, if this is right. But keep in mind, this is 11 days out, and a lot can and likely will change between now and then. But one thing seems to be holding true, and that is that we will continue with above average temperatures here in the Southwest, specifically here in Phoenix, and conditions likely to stay dry. Let's look at the numbers coming off of the GFS Ensemble. Temperatures, yes, they will remain above average for looks like the next 16 days. No sign of any relief coming our way anytime soon. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is going to come back here tomorrow morning. If you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Otherwise, be safe out there and have yourselves a great Monday.